All right, what's up, everybody? This is Lance with Celis Dynamics, and today we're out doing a couple of things, building a campsite and taking in considerations and all that good stuff. Trying to collaborate with some other stuff here and get some other videos shot, but here's what we're dealing with so far. Pretty much picking a campsite, knowing what you're looking for, and then know how to set it up and kind of get your priorities in order and all that kind of stuff. So one of the first things I want to kind of show you around, see what we got going on. You want to look for overhead. Make sure you don't have any dead hanging, anything that's going to fall on you. You know, that kind of stuff is kind of important after you get the lay of the land and what you're looking for. So then the next thing we started looking on where to put our shelter. You can see here what we've done is basically ran a ridge line and then flew our tarp, right? So we'll take it out to the wings with cordage and then secure it in the back. And that way we've got wind protection and rain protection. We can still get under it, but we can still get ventilation if we need to, and kind of get that going. So that's kind of tough to look at. You want to look at the terrain of the land as well to make sure you're not going to get washed out by rain. You might have to dig a slight ditch behind to kind of guide it and all that kind of stuff. And you want to look at the seasonal patterns to make sure that the wind and the temperature is going to be right for where you want to open your shelter to. And of course on the ground you clear it out, and then we can of course put our bedding down, you know, however you want to do it there to try to get as comfortable as you can to stay dry. So one of the reasons I picked this spot, just one of them, is because this right here, so what we got is this dead fall tree here, and when it did, it picked up the root system with it. And what's awesome is that it's now left a rise here with the clay still attached to it. And so we've got a slit cut down there to get oxygen to our fire, and we started us a little fire there. I'll show you a video on that later, using a bird nest and flint there. So it's kind of my fault. I didn't bring what I needed and kind of had to wing it. So we've got that, and this clay will also absorb that heat, and it will reflect back to us as we are sleeping here during the night. And that kind of helps, you know, keep that heat contained. We can also come off to the side, and depending on where the prevailing winds are, and build us a wind wall through that area as well to try to block that wind and keep that heat in for us. So the other considerations here, let's take a look and see what we found. A lot of dead wood. So this is great because we got us a good supply of firewood that we can use and not have to walk far and carry it and cut it up, and it's kind of the perfect size as well. We can process it down with a small saw and not really need an axe and this big stuff to make a reduction of wood. But the number one reason why we chose this spot, let's go on a little trek here, is because this water source. So we've got a spring-fed creek cutting straight through here, and you can see that water is pretty good. It is moving. You're still gonna have to purify and filter. You always do that no matter what, but it's good cold water, and it actually borders around and connects to another stream as well. So not only are we trying to dominate this water source here, but this is going to be a great way to punch out about 50 to 100 yards up on top of this ridge and around to start putting our snares and our traps. All these animals are going to want to be coming to this water source, and we're going to try to dominate that water source and try to get as much game and everything we can from this location. So this is only a survival type of campsite. We're not taking in tactical considerations, the lay of the land, the terrain, where we need to be at certain times of day, limiting our exposure, limiting our fire smoke, and all that kind of stuff. That's going to be very difficult with one man to do or one person to do. This right here is just showing you the basics of how to establish that camp and get it going. So anyways, like I said, I'm Lance, Celis Dynamics. I definitely appreciate you tuning in and seeing me kind of ramble on about everything. Check out our website, www.celisdynamics.com. If you're watching on YouTube, like, share, subscribe. Instagram, Facebook, make sure you share, like, and all that kind of stuff. So thanks, guys. Hopefully I'll be able to train with you soon. Get out. If you got any questions, feel free to hit me up anytime. I love talking to you guys and learning new stuff with you. So take care.